everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got something super cool today. So just recently I received these items in the mail, and it was a foreign, not a domestically mailed package. It had the you could tell it was from out of the country. And I opened it up, and what did I find but these things? But the person who sent it, Ralph, I can't pronounce your last name to save my life. Ralph Silverstone, I don't know. Sorry, Ralph. Ralph has sent me some things in the past, some pictures. This is Ralph. So this is Ralph here. Look at the stash behind him. That's Ralph. Ralph lives in Germany. He lives in how I would pronounce it, Stadium, Germany. Very, very northern part of Germany. And he said in this letter is cool. Ralph, thank you for taking the time to fill up 4 pages of paper there. And we read, me and my wife both read it, and it's just great. Thank you so much for doing that. He also sent some pictures over. That picture of Ralph here was from the first time he sent me. He sent me an envelope full of pictures. And well, first let me talk about some of these. This is a map. This is just cool. Okay, yes, there's a model kit here. We're gonna get to it, but this is cool. He sent me a German map, and when you open it up, he's got marked on there where he lives at. Right there, see the arrow? Stadium. I'm not stadium. It's probably Stadum or something like that. It's Stadium. I don't have any German descent in me, so I can't speak a lick of German except like eins, fein, drei. That's pretty much all that's all the numbers I can say. I'd be messed up if I went to Germany trying to do anything. Okay, that's cool. He sent me this map, German. How many of you guys have got a German map? No. I got a German map. So when I go over to see Ralph, I'll know where to find him. He also sent me this German flyer of an automobile museum. I didn't even realize that. Look at that big word, automobile museum. That's all one word there. There's a V12 Cadillac right here in a class of its own, and then a 150 Beiler OG or AUG, I don't know how they would say that, motorcycler. So there's the caddy with a V12, and on the inside it's got some of the cars that would be there, which are really cool. Thank you so much for sending me. Hey, I can actually read it. They have an English, and it's British, but it's English, right? That's neat. Didn't even realize that. So thank you, Ralph, for also sending me that. And if I ever want to go see that place, the map's right here, so I can go check it out. I'll show you some of the pictures. I'm gonna get to what's this. I'm gonna get to it. So he sent me some pictures, and Ralph, number one, excellent pictures. And how do you like that? They're actual pictures. They're not like he said this is a recent model haul that he just got. Look at here. Me and him's got a lot of the same taste. Cadillac Fleetwood V16, same kit. The Chrysler Imperial Phaeton, I just got that kit, and both of mine are testers. He's got the Atalare. Look at that old school monogram, 1934. Got some dragsters, Lincoln Roadster. Hey, that looks awful familiar. Looks like a 27 Lincoln, possibly. It is kind of like gangbusters. And he's got some of these others. The orange crate. He said that one he had been looking for a long time. The orange crate. Here is him. Let me get to that picture last. Here is Ralph opening up his Johan turbine car, watching model car videos as I did my opening of mine, and he was comparing. See, mine was in that crazy clear red plastic, and Ralph's is a nice white. I'll trade you, Ralph. I'll trade. Here is a, let's see, let me read the back. So I believe, Ralph, if I'm not mistaken, is Thade your son? Thade, his AMT 32 5-window coupe with the top chopped. So Thade built this, and I'm assuming that Thade is your son. If I missed that in the letter, I apologize. That's a cool car with the 6 stacks, plug wires and everything. Here's a picture of all these catalogs going way back. Airfix, MPC, AMT, Heller, Monogram, Match. I see all of them. There's a ton of them. Very cool. Here's all the Revell catalogs that he's got. Got them all laid out. And such, it looks like everything in your workshop, Ralph, is so very in place and neat. Polar opposite of my workspace. Very cramped, cluttered, and disorganized. Here is Thade. And I think he said Thade is 26. And he's got the... He said Revell's Orange Crate was one of the most wanted kits for me for many years. And there it is right there. There's that model haul that he's got. And there's the Orange Crate. Now I've got something interesting here. Okay, I'm getting there. Don't get ahead of yourself, Matthew. So here is a picture of a 1/8 scale. Look at that monster. See, I think 1/8 scale monogram Jaguar E-Type. He said it looks great, but it was not too fun to build. Man, that's cool. That thing's big. I don't have near enough room to have big models like that. And here he is opening up one of the kits, and he said, "This is the fun part." He says we had a little new kits party on the kitchen table with a good Danish Carlsberg beer. Now, when I saw that beer bottle, I thought, "Oh my!" And then look at here, Ralph. Yeah, they did put the label on yours up on the neck, but my label was down here. But yeah, a Danish Carlsberg beer. There you go. I've had one before. So neat to see something like that, and I'm way on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. But hey, same beer. All right, so let's get to this right here. When I opened up the package, I was like, okay, so these are toffee wrappers, and immediately I kind of knew where he was going with this. He said in his letter, he says, without going back and reading it, I'll just paraphrase. He says, on the first time I sent the pictures, there was a truck, and I used these sweets papers to simulate worn leather. Do you see that? Looks like this old worn out leather. Well, that's what this is. And he sent me a bunch of these biohazard sweet papers. I'm just joking. That's just a bag that probably had a battery in it or something. But look at there. These papers would look like leather. I think that's very cool, Ralph. Thanks a lot. I never think of stuff like that. Never think of stuff like that. I got a few other pictures that I want to show real fast of his stash, or his model collection, the build up model collection. I've already shown these on a previous video, but it's just like he's got such a cool display. Very, very neat. And like I say, everything looks so like nice and in order. You would look at that. Wow. You could just turn to the left, work on something, go to the center, go to the right, all your tools. Good deal. There's a charger all wired up, or a Daytona. Yeah, Daytona. think that's the MPC kit. If I'm not mistaken, that's what this kit is. Yeah, AMT MPC. So it can turn out to be a nice looking car. Here are some futuristic looking concept cars. It's kind of neat to see an El Camino and a bass boat over on a German fella's. Not that they don't have El Caminos or bass boats, but you know what I mean. It just looks so. That looks so American to me. The bass boat and the El Camino, and Ralph's got them on his shelf. Stash, nice looking shelves you got there. Oh man, and just tons of build-ups, tons. You even got some NASCAR. Look at there. Let's see. NASCAR kits. A couple motorcycles. Those look real. And more. Oh, those look like maybe Matchbox or Hot Wheels. That's what that is. Sure is. Hot Wheels. It's got a collection of Hot Wheels. Okay, get to the model kit. All right, so this, he says I've got a. He said, I see that you like strange model kits or car kits, and he said that he thinks this would be interesting for me. MK, which is the brand. This is all in German too. This is very, very neat to me. This is 1/25. I didn't even realize that. I was thinking it was a small scale. This is 1/25. Anyway, MK Old Timer Plast Baustaz or something like that. He said they were located in East Germany. This company was, whenever there was a division, East and West Germany. And he said they made several car kits. I'm reading this. He made several car kits and also 2 or 3 motorcycles in the same scale. And when I saw this, I was like, man, yeah, you're right. That is the most unique. Oh, look, there's a stamp on the back, like September 1972. Now, that doesn't mean that this, I didn't look actually for the date on here, but that's pretty neat. They didn't cellophane these kits. They were taped. But the little kit itself, I'm surprised it's 1/25 scale. But it's all in German. All the instructions. Not that it's a simple kit. But it's every bit of it is in German, which I could do like, Google Translate or something like that. But how neat is that? To get a car kit, a German company, an East German company. There's loose parts are in this bag here, and the main chassis I see in the seats are right here. And it's got little rubber tires. He's got those nicely bagged there so they won't do any damage if it's the aggressive type of rubber. But yeah, during the communist times, he said that it was from World War II until 1990, the Berlin Wall. Wasn't it called the Berlin Wall? Yeah. The Soviet Union had West Germany, I think. And or what did they have? Eastern? I don't remember. Maybe I can't even remember. It shows you how much history I know. But anyway, this kit was made by an East German company. And it's just neat to think that some kid or whoever ended up getting this, probably wasn't a kid because it's in great shape. Someone bought this kit back in the days of communism, and which is unfortunate, but hey, people live their lives, and whether it was under communism or fascism or anything else, people still had had their little hobbies and things they would do. Maybe not as available as what we do here in America or in other countries that are somewhat prosperous, or the availability of things. Maybe not prosperous, but the availability. But for Ralph, buddy, thank you so much for taking the time to write 4 pages of cool stuff, telling me about you, your builds, some history on some things, sending me these photographs, and actually taking your time to turn them over and write on them like my mom used to do. She would, You go back in the old photo albums, and my mom would always write who it is and the date usually. I can go visit a automobile museum. That's one word, automobile museum. If I ever go to Germany, I've got some cool leather that I can cover some seats with. You know, that is awesome. I think this is so cool. And I can find where you live, buddy. No, not really, but I can find the town you live in, Statham. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, thank you, Ralph. This community is bigger than America. It's bigger than North America. It's bigger than South America. It's Europe. It's Asia. It's Africa. This model building community is giant. Australia, New Zealand, everywhere you could imagine. South America. Did I already say South America? But to know that there's a guy over in the northern part of Germany that takes his time to watch my videos and to send me something is amazing. So thank you so much, Ralph. And let me once again, I forgot what was his name? Thades, Thades, or it's Thades Build. So Thade is his name. So his son, I suppose, 26-year-old Thade. Thank you guys for watching this Ralph and Thade, and thank you guys for watching this video of what an amazing person has sent me. From way across the ocean. And hey, it made it here in better shape than the United States Postal Service could do, shipping it one state over. How do you like that? Isn't that crazy? But guys, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already, go down and hit that subscription button. I would appreciate it. And like this video if you hadn't already. Subscribe, like, Hobby Nut Models down there. Facebook group down there, Teespring store down there, and the Patreon group is down there. All those things are linked in the description below. Go check them out. Check out Hobby Nut Models. And he mentioned that he can't find any MCW paint in Germany, and that's true. I don't think they're able to ship that stuff outside of the United States right now. I don't know why that is, but anyway. I don't know if they can even have a distributor of MCW paints overseas yet. I don't know how that stuff works, but unfortunately you can't go to Hobby Nut if you live in Germany and buy some paint and have it shipped to you, because Mark can't do that. But anyway, go check out Mark's inventory, hobbynutmodels.com. Thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you, Ralph and Thade. You guys are awesome. See you guys later. Take care. Bye.